album which they released 40 years ago. And so we are going to do this tribute to them. I'm just going to explain to you the different parts which we are going to deal with today, okay? We are going to start with a song, suppose everybody knows it, which is called Yesterday. Then some of our students will make a kind of introduction to this song, explain a little bit about it. After that, we will be introduced to the band, to the 4 members of the Beatles. Then we will sing another song, which is called I Wanna Hold Your Hand. After that, another student will tell us some peculiarities about the song. Then we will do a quiz about the Beatles. And finally, we will comment on Hey Jude, and we will end up with a tribute with the song played by this wonderful band of students. So thank you, I hope you will enjoy it, and that's it.
in the UK, and the 3rd of September 1965 in the United States. This song holds the record as the most covered song in history, according to the Guinness Book of Records. It was included in the album Help, and it's one of the most broadcast songs on the radio. The song lasts 2 minutes and 3 seconds. It was voted the best song of the 20th century in a 1999 BBC Radio 2 poll of music experts and listeners. Paul McCartney is said to have composed the melody in a dream while staying at the family home of Jane Asher in Wimpole Street, London. Initially, he thought that he had heard the melody before. Years later, he found a right title for the song and wrote the lyrics. The song talks about the breakup of a relationship. In the recording, Paul plays the guitar and the vocals, and he is accompanied by a string quartet.
Hi everybody, I'm John Lennon. You know who I am?
Yeah, we know.
I'm going to tell you something about my life. I was born in Liverpool, which is in England, the 9th of October 1940. My parents' names were Julia and Arthur Lennon, while I lived with my auntie Minnie until my last teens. I attended the Liverpool College of Art because I loved music, and this is why some years later I formed a group called the Quarrymen. which, after some changes in its name and some new members, became a group called the Beatles. At the end, the band was formed by 4 people, Paul, Ringo, George, and me. And we became really famous. We traveled around Europe and America, and we spent hard days, nights, and happy. I can also say about my life that I had some romantic relationships, but that my true love was Yoko Ono. I had my second child with her, and he was called Son, and we moved to New York. In addition, when Paul decided to leave the group, I started my solo recording career, in which I recorded the album called Imagine. With that album, I gave some charitable concerts, and in 1980, my second album called Double Fantasy was released. But my new music career was shorter than expected, because the 8th December of that year, 1980, I was shot by a fan in the Dakota building in my beautiful city, New York, and that's all I remember.
Hello, my name is Richard Starkey, but you can call me Ringo Starr. I was born in Liverpool on the 7th of August 1940, and I entered the Beatles in August 1962. First, I was the lead vocalist in some songs. I was also the guitarist and the keyboard player, and finally I became the drummer. I started a tour with the Beatles around Denmark, the Netherlands, Asia, and Australia and New Zealand. Later, I fell ill, and I had a very high temperature, so I couldn't go on the tour, and I was replaced for 5 concerts. Finally, I got better, and I joined the band again on the 15th of June 1964. The worst thing was that I left the Beatles in the 1970s, so I started my solo career. That's my life in the Beatles.
Wow.
Hello, I'm George Harrison. I was born in Liverpool on February 3. I attended Doubleday Primary School. For my family, went to the same school as me. We met on the bus and became friends. Later, Paul introduced me to John Lennon. His band, their group was called the Homenaje, but we finally changed the name to the Beatles. Brian Epstein secured us an audition with Decca Records on the new year, I think 72, which we paid. Finally, we got a contract with EMI, where we recorded our first single, Love Me. During the filming of A Hard Day's Night, I met a model, Patty Gold. I fell in love with her. We got married on 26 January 1966. By the end of 1975, I was beginning to get very interested in Indian music and culture. I started writing Indian influenced songs like Love is Good. At the end of 1966, I spent a month in India. In 1971, Patty Boyd and I got divorced. Later, Patty married my friend Eric Clapton. I married Olivia Arias on September 2nd, 1978. I had a son with her, Danny. In 1980, the Beatles broke up. Then I composed a wonderful song like all those years ago, got my mind set on you. In 1998, I was diagnosed with throat cancer. I died on November 29, 2001.
Hello, my name is Paul McCartney. I was born in Liverpool, England, and it was the basis when I was in the Beatles. My first instrument was a trumpet, but I wanted an instrument which I could play and sing at the same time. So I sold my trumpet and I bought my first guitar. When I was in the band, I was forced to play the bass because George and John wanted to play the guitar, so I had to play the bass. I also played the piano and the Bachillerato. The first person I met from the Beatles was George Harrison, because we met on the school bus, and I discovered that he lived close to me. Later, I met John Lennon because my mother died of cancer. And John had also lost his mother in a traffic accident when he was 17 years old. So we connected in an instant. Later, we started to play in the band, and we also started to compose some songs. My first song was I Lost My Girl, a song that I composed with John. I also composed When I'm 64 with him. When John died, I started my own career to the top of the music with my album Bilingüe 200, where I play every single instrument. Then I made one more album, Ram, with my wife and with Danny Lane. When John was murdered, I went to the studio because I didn't want to think of that. If I had known that John was going to die on that day, I would have probably tried to have a more personal friendship. He was a loyal and sweet man, and I wish he were here. Today, I'm 70 years old, and I play in my own band. I've received a lot of awards, like the Grammy I got this year for the Best Traditional Pop Album. I married Nancy Scheller, and I've got 5 children from my different wives: Heather, Mary, Stella, James, and Beatrice McCartney. I'm a singer, a composer, a musician, and an actor, and an activist for the animal rights. And that's all about my life. Homenaje is a song by the Beatles written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney. It was the first song achieving a success in the United States. In the United Kingdom, it was first at the charts for 5 weeks straight. The single, in the when it was published, was the most sold by the band, selling more than 15 million copies. The song was also written in German. The song was recorded in the studio number 2 of the EMI Studios on the 17th of October 1963, and it was part of the American album Meet the Beatles. In 2004, it was considered by the Rolling Stones magazine like the 16th best song of all time, and in 2010, they considered the song the second best of their whole discography.
Maria and Maria, we're going to ask you questions. Okay? If you know the answer, just put your hand up. If you say the answer, but you don't put your hand up, there's gonna be no prize for you. Okay? So put your hand up and wait till Maria says you or you, okay?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, Mom.
How many were the Beatles?
Julia, the son of John Lennon, after the separation of his parents. John Lennon got divorced because he had a love affair with Yoko Ono. Although Paul wrote the song for Julia, John Lennon always thought it was dedicated to him. McCartney changed the title for Hey Jude to Hey Jude because the name Jude was easier to sing. It lasts more than 7 minutes. They have sold 8 million copies of the single.